landscape.
Indeed it is. Hello gamers and geeks, and welcome to another D&D session. I'm Anthony, I'm the DM, and I run games of Dungeons and Dragons on the Games and Geekery Discord server. And today we are playing the Fall of Misra. We're on the fourth episode.
Okay.
And there we are. And would the players like to tell us a bit about each of their characters?
Yeah, I'm a Tommy Tom, but my friends call me Tommy. I am a Warforged artificer. I like to build things because it's fun.
You like to kill things because it's fun.
No, I said build things.
Build
I mean,
things.
killing things is fun too.
Right, but you're primarily a harvester.
Yep.
Harvester of alive people by the sound of it. I like to kill stuff. Yeah, it did sound like you said kill.
I mean, to be fair, harvesting souls is also a thing. So
it is.
You're not entirely wrong.
That's how you used to recharge the Legacyte. You used to take you and other harvesters and reapers and such would take spent Legacyte out into the jungles and re-energize them with just the abundant life energy in the jungle itself.
Yeah, I imagine most of society didn't want to know how the sausage was made.
I'm pretty sure most people knew how they got the Legacyte energized. They just didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just saying godlike power versus a few dead plants and animals. I don't think anybody would really mind.
The thing is with the jungle is that it would replenish itself pretty quickly, you know?
Yeah, I mean, but you're still technically killing things.
Mm-hmm.
I see that world's vegans would have a problem with that.
I identify as a tree.
Honestly, if Misra didn't fall, we'd probably have to fight like a mystical version of PETA at some point.
You may still. Anyway, life is sacred. Slam.
Speaking of life being
Right.
sacred,
Go on.
you want to go?
All right.
You want to go, bro?
I'm Frank. South, Swiftwing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fighter, and we're still trying to figure out our shit.
Yep.
Plus, also trying to figure out a way how to actually fly again.
Yes, since the disaster scorched all your feathers off. Yeah.
I'm kind of walking around in rags.
Yep, everybody is. Everybody's looking a bit shit at the moment. Bandit.
Oh, I am playing Bandit. He is a rogue, phantom rogue, and he is
Whips.
only slightly sad.
Only slightly sad?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Just a bit.
Okay, who wants to go next?
Maybe go to Emma after if you want to see if she's up there.
It's down to Brom and
I
Eva.
Okay.
Go for it.
So I play Eva Firemoth, who is a Asimar cleric of light, and she's a little bit of an arsonist. She's leaning into her power.
Her pyro power.
It is mainly due to about fire. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Pyromaniac on the loose. I'm getting more pyromaniac-y by the second. Be
Yes.
stressed, okay? The world's ended.
The world has ended, yes.
Stressful situation for anyone.
Mm-hmm. So, last but not least, since Silas isn't able to join us today, Brom. Brom. You're muted at the moment, mate.
Thank you, didn't realize. Hi everyone, I'm playing Braum, a half-elf warlock rogue.
Yep. Fantastico. Before we get into the recap, if you have found this this live game and enjoy it and like what we do and want to see more, please help us out by joining the Patreon and becoming an emotional support goblin. Pitch over. Let's keep going. What is the what happened last time we played, folks?
Stuff happened.
We were all sort of we just had like an emotionally traumatic time of it, where like these weird lights were going into us and we didn't know what was going on. And we would try to have a bit of a rest, and then all of a sudden, and we just decided we were going to head to Naturia.
Yeah.
When it started raining, and initially we were like, "Oh, rain, that's nice," but then we all started getting killed by the rain, and we started running for cover, and people variously died and had to be dragged. We found these kind of place with these like three. There was a light shining down, and there was these three trees kind of leaning together in a way that formed a sort of...
It was a tree
giant tent. Giant tree, pyramid, tent, teepee, wigwam thing. We're like, right, let's head there. So we got inside, and there were these plant critters inside. 10 veggie pygmy critters, and
it was mutant Vegemite
chief. And initially they were like, hey, come in. It's turned out that they were going to try and like incorporate us to also be veggie pygmy things. So we ended up having a fight with them.
Arguably, they were trying to save your life, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, two of us technically couldn't even do the thing, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, the light energy went into us. And then we saw a chest, obviously, like they had a chest, and equally obviously the chest turned out to be a mimic.
Indeed.
It potentially also was like a former Misran. So we had to fight the chest, and then like some lights went into us from the chest, and then we felt strangely empowered from these lights.
First we had to pee.
Yeah. Then we all struggled out from the place, and we were like climbing up somewhere.
Once we got enough lights, we had the urge to go to the fire.
Yeah.
And the nearest fire was blocked off, so you had to climb over these fallen trees to get to it. Climb over / smash through.
And that was when we discovered that the deadlights were essentially empowering us.
Yep. So once you were by the purple fire, this need to get there ceased, you calmed down, and the energy infused your bodies and made you stronger. Yep. And then you had
kind of answering Archie's question of how best to get into a more stable state.
Yeah, we also had a bit of a discussion in the RP of what our next move is going to be. I recommended we explore the city, see if there's any resources we can get, and Frank recommended we find a cart to make traveling a little easier.
That would be a good idea.
Both of those are good ideas.
So.
And ever remembered hearing about this wise old sage?
Oh yeah, that. Yeah, that.
Who had
we can get advice from them.
But they have removed themselves from society entirely, right? So they're not going to be in any of the city-states. They'll be out in the wilderness somewhere.
Yep.
The sage just like the ghost from PT. He's always behind us, but we just don't notice.
So, this potential ally, we have no clue where to start.
Yep.
Somewhere in the
Except that
wilderness.
they went south.
Yes.
Somewhere south of us.
Which is the opposite direction from where you're going.
It's the snake country.
Yeah, I was like, we don't want to go south yet. That's where the snakes are.
Yeah. We're nowhere near strong enough to be able... If there is still an army, we'll get swamped.
Well, I mean, it's never a good idea to walk into enemy territory, regardless of how strong you think you are, until you know what you're dealing with.
This is true.
Exactly.
They
So if
may
anything,
have been killed like us, so, you know.
Well,
Yeah, but they're like us, they're also undead, so they'll still be around.
you did already come across a hollow snake man, remember?
Yep, that is true.
And despite being a hollow snake man, he seemed dedicated to kill us. So I assume even if the others are hollow, they'd be just as dedicated.
They're acting on their last orders. Even though they're dead.
Yep.
I don't know who I am, but all I know is I must kill.
And even in a weak state, they can still put up a hell of a fight.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, to be fair, they're undead, not weak.
Yes. So,
I think
Alright,
we
so-
should do the thing where we try and find a cart.
Mhm.
I think that's a good idea. Or, like, Artificer can build one for us, you know? With the right
from all the available wood.
I mean, there should be plenty of it.
Well, most of it's either blasted to hell or disintegrated by acid.
Well, I mean, we know for
Yeah.
a fact that these logs are still technically around.
Yes.
With
So,
the right tools, we can always harvest them.
the majority of the jungles around that used to be around each of the city-states, those were burned away by lava flows and shit like that. But the trees that were in Naturia were huge. They were like the giant redwoods of California or the fucking
Sycamores.
giant trees of Kashyyyk in Star Wars. They are immense, and even though that they are damaged and diminished, there's still a lot of heartwood left. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So,
Alright, well, I think, personally, we should look for some supplies first.
It's a good idea.
Mainly because we can't harvest trees with our bare hands.
we
Yeah.
can't harvest trees with barbarians.
Our bare hands.
Oh, right.
Sorry, I also got a bit
Yeah,
of a
speak-
cold, so that might be why my voice
speak
sounds a little
somewhere.
we
weird.
need.
I think there's somebody there now.
What was
Speak
that?
for yourself.
Fine.
Are you saying, oh, you can do it with your bare hands because you're a monk? Okay, are you going to start punching trees, Frank? Are you going to do like the proper like survival game where the first thing you do is start punching trees to get wood?
You know what? Frank's going to try that. See if he can actually even
Yeah.
damage me.
All right, let's see it. So your unarmed strike would be a d20 plus 4,
Yep.
and if you are, you have key points now, right?
Noodle, you're typing in the.
Yeah, but I'm not going to wait on this. It's more like seeing if it's even possible.
Okay, I'm just seeing if you've got 2 attacks with your bonus action unarmed strike, or 3. I'm guessing. So I'm assuming you just have 2. So 2 iterations of d20 plus 4, with advantage because
Got
because the tree's not trying to dodge you. You know.
Actually, it is, because it's really a pseudo-wudo.
Oh, thank you for telling me, Bandit, before I did that.
Noodle.
Oh, were you typing in the wrong channel?
Yep.
Okay. The 21 does damage.
Alright.
I believe that's a D4 plus 2 at this point.
Yep.
I only put it in yesterday, so I just...
Max damage.
And how far in do we go?
So you knock loose a section of wood that cracks and flakes away from the rest of the tree.
It's still possible, though it might take me a while.
Alright,
It's not exactly... We probably want planks though rather than chunks. Yes. Yes. or you know, for the wheels you probably want circular sections rather than essentially what is a big splinter.
Well, as interesting as this might be, I'm gonna go look for some supplies. Bandit, you mind joining me?
I'll join you, yes.
I'm coming.
Alright.
You can sit there and keep punching the wood. Eventually, if you get enough of it, we can start shaping it.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Sure, I'll keep on that.
alright, so you punch trees. Everybody's going to look around to see if you can see any remains of a workshop with saws. So yeah, that would be good.
Oh yeah, with that.
Saws,
mentioned-
planes,
sorry.
chisels, that kind of thing for shaping wood. And nails too. Nails would be good.
Yeah, you mentioned how there was a whole bunch of just stuff left over, treasures left over from the people who previously lived there in like the tree.
Yeah, in the tree there was stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we could go looking in the around the stuff in the tree that might have some materials.
Yeah, that would be a good
let's
idea.
Investigate.
Yep. If you all want to, and either look around with perception or analyze with investigate what's left in the tree.
What?
Oh dear. Everfire moth.
One
Oh,
of
you've added a +3 to that. Sorry, I forgot to mark.
I'll help action ever.
Okay.
So I got
Let
a
me try again
13
then.
for my
I've got a good
investigation at least.
I've got a good perception, but I rolled shit that one
There
time.
we go.
There we
Yeah,
go.
18 is much better. Thank you.
No.
Yeah, exclamation R.
I flipped it.
From. There we go. Okay. Okay. So
Yeah, Frank's currently working on,
punching
bringing down the wood punching the wood into pieces that are more workable.
I don't imagine that you're going to be able to punch off a perfectly shaped plank. But
No, you get what I mean. Like, reduce it down to actual logs. Rather than still in the ground.
I think you're just going to get like broken pieces like this, but that doesn't mean that they're useless. You can still use you can break them down further into wood chips, and then providing you can find the right thing to mix it with, you could make all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
keep
Frank's
punching.
gonna look back to you like, do you think it's worth me trying to punch these things down, or
Yes, break.
Okay.
I'll deal with that when I get the opportunity to do so.
Indeed. Both Ebba and Brom find a sort of you find what looks like an axe, but it's not. It doesn't seem to have a sharp edge on it. The axe head seems mostly ceremonial. However,
Okay, so now we need like a whetstone or something.
You can also sense, or rather, Brom can sense a magical presence in the ceremonial axe.
Can I use Arcana to try and identify it or draw it out?
Do you have the identify spell?
No.
Then you're just going to have to attune to it and then to find out what it does.
Oh! I have identified.
Yay! You can hand it to Tommy if you want to.
I don't want you to accidentally cursing yourself.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
I'll give it to Tommy.
All right. Identify. You're gonna do a 10-minute identify or a spell slot identify.
Well, I mean, since they're taking time to look for stuff, I might as well just. I have the time.
Ritual cast. Cool. Remarkably, this thing managed to hold on to its magical charge. A lot of stuff got destroyed in the
general destruction.
In the yes, destroyed in the destruction. Yes, perfect English.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I English good.
Okay.
In the math.
In the wake of devastation.
In the aftermath of the disaster. Yes, in the wake of the devastation is great. Anyway, so during the 10 minutes that Tommy is ritually casting Identify to figure out what this axe does, what do the rest of you want to do? Do you want to help?
Continue punching.
Go on. I know you're continuing to punch.
Yep.
Do the rest of the party want to try? Go on.
I was going to carry on looking around for more stuff because we found this one axe. There maybe is more stuff.
There might be more
like
stuff.
Eva's going to look and see if she can find anything that, like, that maybe was nailed together that we could salvage old nails from or old brackets.
Any of you guys check the pile yet?
Check the what?
I mean, I have a crowbar and a hammer.
The pile of random stuff that the veggie pygmies assembled.
Yeah, that's what they're looking through.
All right.
Eva, could you do a history check for me, quick? See if something sparks in your memory. Yeah, you continue assuming that the Naturians were made their vast buildings from by cutting planks and hammering nails into them.
Yep. Yep. That's what people do, you know?
That's what people do.
Obviously.
However, as you are looking around with your passive perception of 16, you would see all kinds of things that seem to have been ordinary household objects that seem to have been grown into the shape that they are from woody plants.
That's interesting. Is there anything that looks wheel-shaped?
Is there anything that looks wheel-shaped? You find some plates, which are of course also wooden.
big wooden, what are they called? Salvers or trays?
Platters.
Big wooden trays, round trays, platters.
Yeah.
Like you might put a load of fruit on in a fancy display.
Yes.
You might be able to put a hole in to turn into a wheel on an axle.
Indeed.
That kind of thing.
Out of character, I feel like we're in Mira? What's Mira? Am I accidentally...
The inheritance cycle, the capital of the elves.
A little bit, yeah.
Where they sung everything into shape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, you also find a gnarled, a long gnarled stick of wood that actually seems to have, like, the very top of it almost looks like a miniature tree that's lost all its leaves. It doesn't look to be in a good state. Tommy's going, ooh! Why is Tommy going, ooh?
If he's Tommy,
No, not ooh.
I'm going to give it to him and go, look, well, you look really interested in this, Tommy. Why don't you have a look at it? I just give it to him.
Okay. While they're looking around...
Sure. After I'm done identifying the axe, I'll identify the stick.
Yes.
Or is it really just a stick?
It's a stick. Yes. The axe...
I mean, I have a +5 to Arcana, by the way. That helps.
Nice. Well, yeah, actually, with the +5 to Arcana, you might recognize... Don't know what that was supposed to be, Brom, but it didn't work.
No, it didn't. I was trying to post a picture of Mira so people could see what I was talking about.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Just I didn't know the name. So I said, "Oh."
Gotcha. All right. So, where is it? You don't need to do an identify on the staff because you recognize it as it's a fairly common pattern. Like you've seen other people, like visitors from Naturia, carrying these things around. It's a staff of the woodlands.
Interesting.
Your axe, on the other hand, is a far less common. It looks like it was custom made. It also stores some spells. Oh, very pretty. Including fabricate. But it can only... Let's see what else would be useful for this. So it's got fabricate, it's got plant growth, and
Okay.
What's the name of the axe?
The axe of building. So it can also...
Okay.
It has,
You're right about the
so
description.
so in addition to fabricate and plant growth, it also contains a very rare high-level variant of the wall spell called Wall of Trees. You can only cast that once per day. The others you can cast multiple times per day, and of course it recharges at the end of the day. But yeah, this could be useful.
Interesting.
What type of axe is it? Is it like a hand axe or
It
something
looks-
bigger? Probably?
It looks like a hand axe, but it's a magic item in the shape of an axe. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I'll just tell Brahm, like, it is technically an axe, but I don't know how good it'll be for hitting things.
No. But you can use it for with shaping wood. With the fabricate, you can shape the wood into other things, including the growing pile of wooden splinters that Frank is making.
So yeah, I'll explain that to Brahm. It's like, you can definitely use this
Yay,
to make this a little easier. The
Are
staff,
you
on the
giving
other
me
hand,
the item,
I-
or are you going to hold on to it?
It's essentially a wand.
I don't think it requires.
You don't.
Yeah, no offense, I think I'll hold on to this for now.
That's fine.
And the staff.
I mean, I'll explain to Ever what the staff does, but unfortunately, I don't know how useful it will be to any of us. It's a useful item in a sense, but it requires a certain level of skill that I think all of us lack.
In other words, there's no druids in the party.
Yes.
How you doing?
At the moment, at least. You never know who you're going to run into.
Yep. Or what people multi-class into.
I mean, if you want, you can hold on to it, or I could just place it in my bag for later.
Oh yeah.
Am I the character with the highest wisdom currently? Probably.
Most likely.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Well, I think it might be between
hang
you
on
and
to that,
Frank,
then.
seeing as he's a monk.
But
He's a monk,
Yep.
so I don't think.
yeah, Frank has a 16 in wisdom. Actually, a quarterstaff in the hands of a monk can be pretty fucking lethal.
Yes.
Oh wait,
yeah.
it counts as a close staff?
Yeah, technically, the Staff of the Woodlands is a magical quarterstaff that gives you a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. You do have to be a druid to do it, though.
I guess-
So either Frank would have to multi-class into druid to attune to it, or Ever Firemoth would have to attune to it. Be a druid to attune to it.
Yeah. I was thinking of multi-classing make her a paladin. I mean, could do druid possibly. You never know.
I mean, if you want to go full pyromaniac, there's also a druid class.
Oh yeah, there is a
Things.
wildfire druid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Cool.
they usually work.
The wildfire
Also,
druid
that
is
would make
pretty
Ever
cool.
Firemoth light and fire, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, let me have the quarterstaff for now then. And
Right,
if
here you
anyone
go.
else becomes a druid in the meantime, I will give them the quarterstaff.
Sounds good.
If I don't.
Okay.
Alright, well, this just became easier,
Mm-hmm.
but I still think it'd be a good idea to keep searching for more supplies just in case. I mean, this is a decent sized city.
Yeah, I'll sell
Yep,
the tablet.
let's keep
Yeah.
on searching. You could do with some nails, that's for sure. Anyone
You're
want a
obsessed.
magnet?
I'll tag along with you.
I'm going to take Ever aside. What the is.
I'm not
Anyone
obsessed with
Yeah.
nails. How dare you?
make
How
an
dare you
ins-
say it as
Ever
just
make an
I'm obsessed with
Ever
nails.
make an insight check.
Sure. What's my insight? Oh, it's +6.
Oh.
Doesn't mean anything. I'm probably getting that one again.
Also, every time you mention nails, Tony just kind of puts his
Oh,
hands in his head.
26. There we go. There we go.
Nat 20. Okay. So it suddenly occurs to you, in a flash of inspiration, that, oh shit, Naturia was basically a city full of druids and fairies.
Did you say? Wait, did you say fairies or furries?
Furries!
Very.
Fairies too,
Furries
but
and druids.
also, like, the people of Naturia liked to take on animal forms. Whether that be, like, full animal, like a moon druid would,
One here's one.
or an anthropomorphic animal form, like an Aarakocra, for example. They didn't generally. They didn't do metal very much. Like they did everything in wood. Even those of them that preferred to do non-magical carpentry would use wooden joints and pegs rather than nails.
Owls.
Dowels.
So realistically speaking, if you can cut it properly, you can join it together without metal.
Yeah,
you can pass down.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's
It's called
what's
joinery
it called? Yeah, that.
or cabinetry, if you. But yeah,
I mean, I feel like out of character Tony would know
carpentry?
this.
no, carpentry isn't the same as joinery. Carpenters use nails, joiners don't.
Okay.
So how about if we look around for barrels then? Because barrels might make quite a good basis for wheels because they've got the shape already and they're quite strong.
Yeah.
Look around to see if we can find any barrels.
I'll get on that.
Okay.
Does anyone else want to join me?
Yep, I'll go along.
By the way,
You can look around for barrels.
Tommy, fabricate can let you turn a material into something else made from that material.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm well aware.
And if your character is particularly smart, they could potentially go runner logic with it.
What?
You know, mold pit it.
Okay, can
You know,
anybody...
make all they need into the grid and put it together like runners.
Is anybody else... am I the stupid one here?
What is
No.
You ever seen people? You ever seen one in factories? They inject things into the proper shapes.
Oh, you're saying...
mold injector.
You're talking about making a mold to form the... Yeah, okay, you could do that, I suppose.
You know, take full advantage of more space.
Sure. Do that.
I'm going to leave them looking for barrels. I'm going to look for some different materials.
I think if you do fabricate a mold, you could then make a resin from tree sap to mix the chippings in, and then you could form wood chip objects from the molds that you've fabricated, rather than having to use fabricate multiple times. Is that what you...
I'm looking for something else, actually.
Okay.
No, because I'm thinking about the rain.
You're thinking about the
So
rain?
I'm going to look for some material. Yeah, just in case we get rained on. So I'm looking for some material that would resist the rain.
Probably the resin mix.
Would it?
Yeah.
I have to guess.
At this
If we
point,
can
I'm just
find-
gonna explore the city, looking for anything that might be useful.
Yeah, Bandit would
I mean, I
have been
think-
gone by now.
What's Ebba trying to say?
Yeah, I would have come with you, but I don't know, I'm just wondering, like, out of character, you know, because of all the trees and stuff, whether we could just find some fabric and, like, treat it with, like, tree resin or sap, and that would make it... Or even wax. That would make it waterproof.
Yeah, but the problem isn't water, it's acid. Rain.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out but I know if the resin would actually work.
Yeah.
Let's see.
No. It's a problem.
I mean, would that be like a nature check? Something?
I don't actually know myself, so I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, there are some plastics that are resistant to like acids. Some
Yes.
glasses.
Some types of plastic, but you don't have access to polymers at the moment.
Oh, I got an idea. What about the This area was near the lava flow, right?
This area did get hit with the lava, but a lot of the big trees absorbed and redirected a lot of the flow. So
yeah, but there should still technically be a pool of it, which at this point would have glazed over and become obsidian, right?
Well, not necessarily, because pumice is also it only turns into obsidian. I know it doesn't always turns into obsidian in Minecraft, but it only turns into obsidian if it's a silicate. You know, there are.
Either way, I can.
There are lots of other igneous rocks, like pumice, for example, which is light and full of holes.
Yeah.
And
well, the point I'm going to go to where the lava flow is and see, like, if the rock is still there. Because if it resists the acid, I can make that into like a canopy over the cart.
Right. I'm assuming he's going by Frank, and how far have I gotten?
into smashing the tree.
In terms of, smashing through enough of it that, tree comes down.
Oh, the tree's already down. You're punching a fallen log. But
Then I move on to another tree to get more.
Go on.
Then I'm either moving on to the next tree, more material, or breaking it down into smaller workable pieces.
Okay.
Not exact science, but because Frank did not claim to be any kind of level carpenter.
Yeah, you're not expected to be a carpenter. You're just producing.
Yes,
you're producing wood. Okay. So, Tommy is looking for rocks that have resisted the acid rain. Ever, Bandit, and Brom have spread out through the city looking for other stuff, right?
Yes.
Stuff and things.
So you're all
Useful stuff and things.
You're all making perception and investigation checks, right?
Indeed. Oh, actually, not both are shite. Surprising. Yes.
Okay, Brum. You're looking through the shattered remains of a fallen treehouse. And your investigation reveals what you've were already suspecting as a party. The treehouse itself seemed to have been grown from the tree itself, rather than hammered together with separate pieces. The remains of the family are still in there. Unmoving corpses. Looks like they had been...
Yummy.
This particular family had taken on bear-like attributes, and they had you can see that they had a hive, and they were making honey and harvesting beeswax. Bandit.
Oh.
You are rooting around, squeezing under the logs, trying to find anything that was hidden and protected by the onslaught, and you find something that you didn't expect to find. A green plant that was protected from the it's completely surrounded by fallen logs, but this plant, this flowering plant, is still alive. You can feel the vibrant energy of it, and you want nothing more than to take that life energy and make it your own.
And I make a wisdom save?
Sure.
Wisdom is +2.
Okay. I'll be here.
14.
You resist the urge to consume the life force.
He's kind of like, I assume he would have been holding his hand out to it, just like gradually reaching. He'd just, with his other hand, just pull the reaching hand back.
What do you do then?
And then I guess he'd. What do you do? I guess he'd move on to stop to make sure he doesn't go for it again.
As you leave it behind.
If he can find some non-corrupted, actually no, he'd look for some non-corrupted water to water it a little bit.
Every pool of water that's around here is slightly acidic.
Oh no, that's unnamed. Ah, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd just continue. Look, you just move on then.
Okay. Ever Firemoth got a 12. Was that a perception or investigation?
That was perception. I could
Okay.
try and do an investigation instead. See if I find anything else. Or survival check or something.
Ooh, that would be a good one.
Survival. I got a little bit better.
Yeah. So, it occurs to you that during the disaster, some people may have gone underground to try and survive. And sure enough, underneath some of the logs, you find evidence of a hollow underneath some tree roots.
Ooh.
Leading
Is it big enough for people to fit in, or would these have been like where druids had wild shaped into little creatures and gone in? Large enough for medium-sized creatures?
It's large enough for small creatures, at least. So, a medium-sized person would have to crawl in on their hands and knees.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to call anyone I can see over and like show them and say, "Hey, shall we check it out?"
You know, Bandit would be able to fit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say if Bandit wants to go like and scout out and like, you know, we'll stay here, and if he gets into any kind of trouble, he can shout and we'll try and crawl in after him.
Okay.
Hey, Bandit! Tommy, who's here with me? Brom. Come and have a look at this. I found a hatch. It looks like some people might have hidden under the ground.
Ooh. The gap looks pretty small. You sure you're going to fit in there?
I
Funny you should mention that.
You like go and check it out, and we'll stay up here. And like, if you get any trouble, give us a shout, and we'll try and crawl in and help.
Sure.
Okay.
You don't have to.
He'd head
You don't
down.
have to.
Okay. So. You go down into this hole.
That's what she said.
Oh my!
Oh God!
Don't start that again. You had that all
Low
last time.
hanging fruit.
And what?
Yeah. So it's dark, it's dank, it smells of earth, which is again interesting given that most of the other living dirt has been reduced to sand and rock at this point, you know. But once again, you can detect life. Not only further into the tunnels, but you can sense bugs, worms, other creatures like that in the soil itself around you.
We'll make a dress. I don't know.
And you want that life.
How much would you say there is compared to just the one little flower? A lot.
Well, the individual insects, of course, don't have a lot each, but there's a lot altogether, and there's a definite strong pull of life, obnoxious life that you want to snuff out and claim for your own. Ahead.
You would follow the life.
You begin to hear voices. Strange, croaking, slightly high-pitched voices. You're undead.
Hello? Yeah, we're undead. We do not like life.
I'm guessing place with
Yeah.
Have fun.
Another survivor! Thank goodness, we thought everyone was dead! And 3 frog-like people come into the tunnel.
Me? Lizzie.
Oh, you do not look well. Are you okay?
I think so. His eyes are just fully focused in on the life energy, like just the feeling of life. Just kind of like he is full on, just zoned in. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm fine. You needn't worry about me.
Roll deception, please, Bandit.
Deception is one of his skills. I think it is at least.
One of his skills.
I didn't give. Oh, no, I am. He is proficient in deception. I thought
Yeah.
so, at least. There we go.
Technically.
I did want to be a doctor one time, but
24. They believe you and they invite you in. Soon they bring you in, and there's 6 of them altogether. 4 adults and 2 younger ones. One of the adults looks like he would go hunting in the jungles when there was still jungles to hunt in. So he looks fairly formidable compared to the rest. But yeah, what do you do? They're trying to ply you with food and water that they have stored down there.
Fellas are good.
He would he'd go to the one that looks formidable. Oh, you you all right? Sorry. How? Do you know what went on up there? Yes, it seems like everything's just died and is dead up there. It's kind of scary, to be honest.
A great disaster came. Our diviner told us it was coming, our shaman. Most of the people ignored the shaman, thinking that they must be wrong, or that no matter what would come, we'd be able to stop it, because, you know, everyone was super powerful with their magics and all. But
Past the interview before.
we were worried, so we made this little shelter under the ground.
And whilst he's talking, I'm going to take a swing at him with my short sword.
Oh dear. Okay.
Fucking hell!
Roll initiative, and of course, roll your adrenaline bonus hit points.
Would we
I'm
hear
gonna be
anything
down
that's
there with
going
you.
on right now?
Well, the moment he attacks, you're all going to hear a scream. Why did that come up? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, when he attacks, you're all going to hear a scream, but he's going to get a round in first. By all means, roll initiative, but most of you are going to be surprised for the first round. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Would I, because of distance?
What do you mean? Oh, because you're not actually helping. Yeah,
Remember, stay back to the tree thing.
Yep, you're still punching tree. I get it. So they would probably have to let you know that they need your help.
Yeah. So with everything being like dead quiet because, you know, death. Will it travel?
When the rest of your party, if they decide to call for help, you will hear them. You won't hear the screaming from the grungs on the ground. Okay? Okay. So. Come on, buddy.
6 on initiative.
Hey, did I interrupt like an important lore drop?
No, not really.
Okay, cool.
He was just telling you that they were paranoid enough to make this shelter for themselves.
Cool.
He should have hidden it better, clearly.
Okay. So.
Though it does kind of fit into the idea of a rogue.
And being able to find it despite the fact it was hidden. Yeah. So
And
look,
that, and also, you know, trick your opponent into a false sense of security,
oh yeah,
then take full advantage.
oh yeah, yeah. He played that brilliantly. Whether or not it was the smart thing to do remains to be seen.
He was
Yeah.
he was following the draw of the life energy.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So it would be Brom and then Anne. Toby! Don't have time to help you right now, bud. Pitiful. Okay, and Bandit got an 18.
And it indeed.
And then the next highest would be the Ground Hunter on 16.
Oh, well, that's fun, isn't it? She's good.
Then the Grung Adults on 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then Frank on 6. Yeah?
Yep.
I feel like I'm missing somebody. Brom, Everfire, Frank.
I got a 19.
Yeah, you.
And Brom got 19.
Yes. Yes, I got you.
Yep.
I got Brom and Everfire and Frank and Bandit. Brom, Everfire, Frank,
Keep
Bandit.
this and show Blaze.
Tommy.
Tommy. Where's Tommy's roll? Did Tommy not?
I don't think he rolls.
No, I don't.
No,
think
I
so.
didn't. I'm not there.
Sorry?
I'm not there.
Would you like to roll initiative and your 10 hit points, please?
Do I need to roll initiative for my pseudo dragon, or will it just go on my
It'll
turn?
go on your turn.
I'll just say I don't know. I turned back for some reason.
Okay, I might show it to Blaze because he probably knows him as well.
You might be not coming in until
I recognize
Frank
him,
does, but...
I don't
Oh, well,
I don't know
okay.
him, though, and-
Oh, that's your tempi.
That's temporary.
What's your initiative?
Oops. No.
Honey?
I'm going to the clothing store and I'll be back.
15.
Give me a second.
Okay. So, Brom isn't going to know anything's... Brom and Everfire won't know anything's happening yet. Bandit, go ahead and do your attack on the Grung.
6. ADV. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hang on,
Yeah.
Vivek.
14 hits.
Oh, nice. D6 plus Dex mod? Plus 3. D6 was... Oh. Yeah, D6.
It's a D6 plus 4, because I don't know why you
yeah,
didn't
plus
write it on
4.
there, but it's a D6 plus 4.
Also, sneak attack as well.
Because he didn't
Right.
expect you. Yeah, fair.
Plus 2d6.
Oof.
14.
No, 6 plus 7 is 13.
No, not 14.
13.
13.
So, could you also make a con save?
What?
Minus 1. $14.
Okay, good. And he's going to respond. Yeah. He looks daggers at you and then creates a like you see his throat puff up and he emits a noise which is jarring and confusing. Could you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Plus 2.
Ooh, you're stunned.
I'd like to imagine his eyes go less focused as that happens, as if the driver's slightly less taken over him, but he's still there. But yeah.
Fair. Tommy wouldn't know what's happening yet. The adults would pick up their children and try to run out of the burrow. As they do so, emerging from the burrow, Brom and Everfire are right there, and you two find as they're approaching, you can feel their life energy and how badly you want to snuff it out and absorb it as these family of frog people come out of their burrow.
For fuck's sake.
Frank, you wouldn't know what was... Well, actually, when they come out, they would see... Yeah, Everfire Moth is an Asimar, but you look dead. And Brom is also an equally unhealthy-looking half-elf. They would probably scream at the sight of you, and Frank would hear that. So, Frank, on your turn. You hear this strange, amphibious scream. This croaking scream coming from the direction that your friends were in. What do you do?
Yeah, I imagine Frank's going over like what the hell did they find this? What did they find this time?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, still kind of getting used to the new speed as I'm going like 45 feet.
35 feet, yeah. So as you move quickly towards your friends, you also feel the presence of life and feel the desire to possess it take hold. Unless, of course, you can pass a wisdom save.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing a wisdom save.
I would like to do the same on my turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I know.
Right, so that's plus 3 to the save.
Mm-hmm.
12.
Yeah, it's close, but you bite back. Seeing this family of frog people, you recognize them as people, not food.
It's like, I imagine it's like half clutching my head. What is wrong with me?
You say that out loud?
Yeah, it's like, why do I feel like needing to eat?
The children scream again and try to wriggle out from the grips of their parents' arms. And oh, I don't have it anymore. Okay, I remember. There was 2 of them. Let's bring that back up. 2d20 plus 2. One of them wriggles out and runs back into the burrow. The other squirms but remains firmly held by their parent. And Brom, it's your turn. Go ahead and try to resist the urge.
The saves get proficiency bonus, right?
It'll be fine.
Yes, you gotta. Yeah, that's why you have a +2.
Try it.
Because
Right.
otherwise it'd be a +0.
Oh, fuck.
No! Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Attack a grung.
Oh, great.
Go feral.
I almost imagine him letting out almost like a feral like roar.
Possibly. Or even a zombie-like moan. Brains!
Don't do me like that, please. Open blast.
That does not hit.
Ugh.
Okay, Everfire.
Yep. So I want to do wisdom save as well because I don't want to hurt these people.
D20 plus 6.
Yep.
$23. Yeah, you pass. No worries. What do you want to do? I mean, Brom's just lunged for them.
And, just look in horror at what Brom's doing, and I don't know what I can do really.
Do you have?
Can I? Just looking a look.
Don't think you have hold person prepared, do you?
Do not have hold person.
Okay.
He's very much into fire. I can do
You can.
I can cast aid on them.
Yes.
Bolster their toughness and resolve.
Choose up to 3 creatures in range. Each target hit point maximum and current hit points increases by 5. So you're going to do that on the 3 adults?
Yeah, because I want to try and save them.
Okay. So.
Or my other option is I could cause the ground under thaumaturgy.
To tremor.
I could do the voice boom or tremor underneath where he's going to lunge, so that he sort of like misses or something.
He does miss. He missed already.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll do thaumaturgy and make my voice boom and say, "Don't stop! Don't attack
stop
them!" Or something.
Don't stop.
Don't stop.
Oh, don't! Pause. Full stop. Stop!
Stop that, you naughty boy!
Stop! Don't
Put that frog down!
Don't kill those poor little... Don't kill those poor little frog people! They didn't do anything to you! That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll shout all that.
Okay, well, booming. Bandit, you are currently stunned.
Yes.
The hunter. Toby, knock it off. Is going to strike you with his dagger. Ooh, and he would have advantage on that because you're stunned. Silly me. Okay, doesn't that 20 hit? Holy shit.
At least we've seen both sides of the spectrum today.
Okay, so that, well, lowest possible damage, 5 points of damage. Ooh, are you... Do you have any resistance or immunity to poison at all? I'm going to take that as a no. And also, okay, so you take 5 points of piercing damage and 12 points of poison damage, Bandit.
Oh, I just realized something.
What?
Nothing. You'll see.
Fun. Tommy, you would of course have heard the ruckus. What do you want to do?
Well, Tommy's just gonna facepalm. It's like, God damn, these fleshy bastards. And he'll make his way over there, I guess, towards where he hears the commotion.
Mm-hmm. You see a feral-looking Brom trying to attack them, and yeah. Frank holding his head, asking what's wrong with himself. And Everfire shouting at Brom to stop.
Yeah. You probably hear me too.
What the hell are you guys doing?
I don't know. Something. I feel something like scratching in the back of my brain. Like, for some reason, I want to extinguish anything with life in it or something. I don't know. All I know is that if I don't focus, I'm not gonna be able to control myself.
Alright.
Do I feel this urge as well?
Probably not, because you're on automaton to begin with.
So yeah, I'm just kind of looking at him and like...
Though you do also need life energy to power yourself. It's less urgent.
Yeah. I mean, since I was a harvester, I know how the process works, so I know I can...
Yeah.
If I need to, I would get it from somewhere else.
All right.
Wouldn't his person make potential people that have life energy look like batteries to him?
A source of fuel, yes.
Oh, I got it. I am going to hug Brom.
You're going to hug Brom?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
So you're going to grapple him?
Pretty much.
Alright. Do a contested strength. Actually, Brom, you can try to use your acrobatics to wriggle out.
Oh, I got a 13. Let's see what Brom gets.
Beat a 13.
God dang it.
No space between the one and the exclamation and the R. There we go. No, you are grappled. The bot has you held in place. Now, excuse me a moment. Toby is whining to be let out again. I will be right back.
I just picture Tommy sighs and just walks over to Brom, grabs him, and just picks him up.
What you doing, bud?
First encounter with people that are actually still alive. It turns out our undead state also has other unfortunate side effects.
I'll be right back. I've got to check on my own dog.
Got ya.
Pass that along if I'm not back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perks of being undead.
Yeah. Yeah. Though the irony is, if the character got in close enough, he would, because of the Dampier traits, he would have the desire for fresh meat. And they're still alive.
So you'd feast on him.
Well, I only think if the character is maintaining some level of control.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, assuming you don't have any assuming you give in to the urges.
Yeah. Not full on
feast.
vampire, but Dampier.
Yeah. Still hungry.
Yeah. They said pick a trait, and I chose raw meat.
Yeah. Ooh, that's fancy.
Because I don't know, that kind of fit with the whole great horned owl idea. Because predatory owl.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like that vibe.
Plus, also would also mean that the random fang protrusions would be played off as basically just a natural trait.
Yeah.
Back.
Hi, back.
Yeah. But God, all of this is screaming that us trying to rebuild is gonna be an uphill struggle.
I'm sure we'll find something to block the urge to steal the life from anything that breathes.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah. Personal idea I'm working with is my character would probably be one of those that, unless you're attacking him first, he's not going to kill you.
It's not my fault I rolled the nat 1.
We're not saying it is.
Yeah, no worries. After all, just because your morals say one thing, that doesn't mean your brain's going to listen.
Well, actually, one of my morals is might in life, like in war, the stronger force wins. So...
Oh, me.
But I had no intentions of attacking them.
Yeah. Until instinct hijacked you.
Before attacking. Oh well.
Yeah.
Okay. Okie dokie. So, yeah. So Tony hugged Brom. The Grung adults are going to.
Oh yeah, I'd also probably tell them it might be a good idea to start running.
Yeah, they're going to disengage and run back into the burrow. One of them chooses not to disengage so that they can set up spike growth in the entrance to their burrow. Frank!
Yeah?
Your turn. What do? What do, Frank?
Do I still feel the urge to attack, or am I?
Make another
Or
wisdom.
am I managing to keep my shit together?
Make another wisdom save.
Fine.
Yep,
18.
You're still resisting the urge.
Then yeah, I'm probably gonna, go back a bit to, not, hoping that walking away from the source helps make the feeling less intense.
Okie dokie. And then...
Once I reach 45 feet away.
Sorry?
Anything happens once I reach 45 feet away?
45? I thought your speed was 35.
No, that was prior to level up.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing from your level up carried over to the new character sheet. Fun.
God damn it.
I thought at least that was right. Oh well. Anyway. So...
Any result, or...
No, you move back with no problem. So you still got an action left if you want it.
Hold my action in case I'm getting attacked by something else.
Okay.
Someone that's actually trying to kill me.
Okay. The Grung kids run back into the burrow. not sure what to do because Bandit is still in there, and of course Bandit is no longer stunned. But it's Brom's turn, and Brom, at the beginning of your turn, please make a wisdom save. "22.
Hey!
You resist. You have your you have control over yourself again. Tommy
that's
still
good.
Tommy still has you held.
Can I roll an athletics to try and get out?
You can. So D20 plus 4.
Athletics, not acrobatics.
Plus one. Yeah.
Yes.
And that would be resist. Well, actually, it's up to you, Tommy. Would you be resisting, or would you let him go?
I mean, if he's just trying to break out, I would try to stop him.
All right.
But
But he busts out. What do you do then,
And
bro?
at this point, I'm just going to say, what the hell happened?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know, you tell me.
I got here, and there were some frogs, and it looks like you were trying to eat the frogs or attack them or something.
Hey, Toby.
Okay. Okay.
Everfire.
And I end my turn.
Everfire. What did
If the frogs are here, I assume we're done, right?
They've retreated back into the burrow, and they've got a...
Bandit's still down there.
Yeah, Bandit's still down the burrow. Which is a problem.
That is a problem.
Oh.
You know, we don't want to just leave him there.
Yeah, where is that raccoon thing at anyway?
He's in the pit.
He
I mean,
went
I don't know
down.
that. I just got here.
Do I need to make another wisdom save, seeing as they've
Yes.
gone?
Yes, please. You gotta fight the urge to follow them. You're fine. What do you do?
I can't see. I can't actually see
Bandit.
Bandit, can I?
No, you can't.
He's down the hole.
He's down the tunnel, which is blocked by spike growth.
Yeah. However, on the spell Sanctuary, it just says you ward a creature in range against attack. I can't see where it says you have to be able to see them.
Let's have a look. Let's see if I get the... Nope, that's the new version. Alright, let's pull up my player's handbook. Damn these 2024 rules. Anyway,
I mean, that's my... I've got Sanctuary is listed as Legacy, which means it's 2014, and that's what
Yeah.
it says.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but this is... When he brings it up with this, it just brings up the new version.
Yeah, so I'm checking to see if it's any different. So the player's handbook version, which is probably the one that you already read, does seem to be more or less the same. You ward a creature within range, within 30 feet, against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack must first make a wisdom save. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to allow you to cast Sanctuary on Bandit.
And that is what I'll do.
Sweet. And then...
Sanctuary on poor old Bandit.
Bandit, you are no longer stunned, but you do still need to resist the urge. Go ahead and make a wisdom save.
20 plus 2.
Ooh.
12.
I'm gonna say you're still subject to it, but especially since you're in the thick of it more, and you've already fallen to it once. So, yeah, you are still... You still want that energy.
Yeah, I thought you were going to make me roll with disadvantage. To be fair.
No. So you still have this warrior in front of you, and there's also children just run down the burrow. The adult's not far behind them. What do you do?
Bonus action disengage.
Really?
Run to the children.
Oh.
Slash.
Would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
These ones first.
But if it's what you want to do, then go for it.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't hit.
At least I keep Sanctuary up.
You still made an attack roll.
Oh damn it, yeah. That's turn done.
Mm-hmm. The hunter screaming, "What the heck is going on?" At the it's banded in the back and does 1d4 plus 3 of piercing plus 2d4 of poison.
Oh yeah, first character death. Hell yeah.
10 points.
Oh hell yeah, that's me down.
Okay.
I'm actually. It'd be quite funny if he dies here. So. I don't mind if he does, to be fair.
I have a plan, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it now?
Yours.
Alright, so I now know that Bandit's down there, right?
You know the bandit's down there.
Can I yell to them, can you please give us our giant rat back?
You see what look like a cloud of hot embers come rather quickly out of the tunnel and back towards the purple fire.
Anyone else see that shit too?
What was that?
Yeah. What is it? Not like the. It looks different.
You said
from
spike
the-
growth is still there, right?
The spike growth is still
Energy.
there.
Is there any way around it to get him?
Nope. It's a tunnel filled with spikes. The only way to get rid of them would be to have the grung that casts them drop concentration, and they are inside the tunnel.
Do I hear a response from my question?
Go away!
I will, just give us our stupid rat back.
He's gone! He went
What do you
poof!
mean gone?
He went poof!
I just said hi.
Wait, we poof when we die? Or something?
I'm going to use my action to cast message, see if I can actually communicate with Bandit.
Not yet. No response yet. You'd have to know which... You said message, right?
Yeah.
So which direction would you be pointing in to try and get a response? Just curious.
Towards the burrow.
Yeah, no response.
Isn't message within range as well? Within sight?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Is it no response, or does it do the thing where it's like they're not there anymore?
They're not there. There's no one to message in that direction. Frank, what
Alright,
would
I'm
you
just
do?
going to walk away.
Frank, what do you do?
Yeah.
You also You also saw the embers float through the air.
I would go to follow where the embers are going.
Okay.
Operating on the logic of if I'm feeling like this, if I'm close to someone living, would distance make the feeling less
Right.
pressing?
Fair enough. You do find that the desire to destroy the living does ebb as you move away from the source of the life energy.
Yeah, so it's turning to himself is like, so getting near living anyone that still has a pulse is out the question. Only question is, what the hell was that flame?
Brom, what do you do on your turn? Make a wisdom save first before you do anything else. Ooh, you succumb again. So, you want to go down the burrow. And, yeah, it's going to be difficult terrain to pass through the spike growth. However, as you move away from Tommy could technically get an opportunity attack on you.
I'm not moving anywhere. I'm sending my pseudo dragon.
Sending your pseudo dragon. Okay.
It's a tiny creature.
It is. It flies over the spikes.
Exactly.
Okay. And what does your pseudo dragon familiar do?
At this point, I'm just having him report back.
Okay. The pseudo dragon sees no sign of bandit. The grungs are trying to calm the panicking children, while the tough one, the hunter, stands guard at the entrance to their little home, to their bunker, just in case something comes down that tunnel.
Can the pseudo dragon sting the hunter?
Yes, in fact, can pseudo dragon make a stealth check, please? The hunter looks right back into the eyes of the pseudo dragon. Pseudo dragon sees him. He sees pseudo dragon.
Yeah, that sounds about right with my luck today. It's gonna go ahead and sting.
Oh no!
It doesn't see the person it was supposed to see. Threat acquired.
Roll the hit. That hits.
Okay, so
How much damage does your sting do? Do you need me to pull up the stat block, or have you got it?
no, I've got it pulled up, and I also need this man to make a Constitution save.
Yup. Against what?
The sting.
Is it a poison effect?
Yes, but
They are immune to poison and being poisoned. And they got a dirty 20 on the con save.
dang. Okay, it just takes the 5 damage.
5 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Everfire, make yourself a wisdom. Actually, you passed 2 in a row. You passed 2 in a row. I'm gonna let it fly. You're immune.
I passed him really well as well.
Yeah.
I'm clearly very holding strong against the desire to kill living creatures.
So what do you do? Brom has clearly got that hunger in his eyes again, but he sent his pseudo dragon to satisfy it.
I think maybe the pseudo dragon isn't probably feeling the same kind of hunger because it's not technically living. Maybe, I don't know, or dead. It's not undead. Maybe
it's like a fake construct, isn't it, or something? But...
Yeah. I just worried about Bandit. That ever just be worried about Bandit, really.
Yeah.
And
Then
just not sure whether he's still down there or not.
I forgot to say that.
you'd have also have seen the ashes, the hot embers, fly out of the tunnel.
No, but my pseudo dragon would have reported back to me with images.
But would you have said that?
I forgot to say that.
Okay. So you don't tell anybody else that Bandit's definitely not down there.
Exactly.
Okay. You doing anything on Everfire?
I think she would poke her head nearer the hole and say, "Please bring our friend out."
Once again, you hear back.
He doesn't mean it.
He went poof! He's gone! Leave us alone!
What do you mean he went poof?
Poof!
He's not down there.
He's gone!
Can I do insight to see if they're lying?
Yeah, go for it.
If they're,
Let's face it, it's crazy enough to be.
if they're telling the
Demon
truth,
alive.
is she?
You know that they're being honest.
Okay.
That's all they know.
They say
That he's
not-
gone and gone poof. He's gone poof.
They say he's not down there, and they're telling the truth. Well, so where's he gone? She's just going to look around, and move away. She's going to move away from the hole and just start looking around to see if she can see Bandit anywhere.
Okay.
And I'll end my turn there.
Bandit.
So I've definitely done 2
Hello.
actions there. An action and a bonus action.
You wake up next to the purple fire.
Yes. Sound like this, isn't it?
What? Just kind of make sure he's actually there. Like,
Mhm.
what the hell? What? It just. Are the others? What's the others like? Did I really try to kill the child? Oh, God. Oh, oh, that's not good. I got to find the others, and then he'd go looking for the others.
Okay, strawberry.
Okay.
Just tell
Um,
the girls we're going.
Yeah. We're pretty much out of combat at this point, because unless you're, I'm assuming you drag Brom away from the tunnel. Tommy.
Oh, no. Okay. Never mind.
Tommy, you muted.
Yep, I'll attempt to do that again.
I think the first one that Bandit meets is, well, Frank.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that after
Let me show you that.
Tommy does his grapple check.
Well,
Alright.
Brom beats it. Okay. Get off of me! Frank, yes, you are continuing to run in the direction that you saw the embers going, and you see Bandit staggering, coming towards you away from the purple fire. What do you do?
Like as he is, or like he was, or has he lost his stuff?
He seems to still have his basic stuff.
It's like okay. It's good to see. It's good to see you're still here.
What happened? I mean, they died, and then he'd like feel his back where he got like slashed, and then
Yeah, you'd be back to your base HP, by the way.
yeah.
Is he looking furry again, or is he still in the kind of undead state?
He's still in the undead state. He didn't grow his fur back.
I don't know. Just thought I'd ask.
Interesting question.
Are the others all right?
Yeah. But if I Bandit, honestly, what actually happened down there? Because
I
Why did you start attacking them? Did they
You're
start
not
attacking
the-
you?
Yeah, they're not there at the moment, but I'm assuming
Oh, okay.
that Bandit and Frank would return, would begin walking together back towards the rest of the party,
yeah.
yeah,
and comparing notes on what hell happened.
yeah,
Bandit would
like
say what he remembers from being in the burrow, and Frank would express what he experienced outside the burrow.
yeah. Like basically describing that, saw a racing flame heading towards the purple fire.
Oh, okay. I described it as a cloud of embers, but sure.
Right, cloud of embers, got ya. Yeah, I'll correct that. Yeah, yeah. It's like it seems like when we die, it seems like that might seems like that's how we regenerate.
Apparently so.
When you get back to the rest of the party, I imagine that by this point that Everfire and Tommy working together have got Brom far enough away from the entrance to the tunnel for him to calm the fuck down.
We need to let him know we're next door.
And
Yep.
I also imagine that at this point the pseudo-dragon will need to be resummoned.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
I said I just.
Yeah, probably got summarily beaten to death.
But anyway, as you see Bandit and Frank approach, Frank probably having to pause every so often to let Bandit catch up,
Yeah,
and occasionally just running a impatient circle around Bandit as they talk.
yeah.
I imagine Bandit would be dashing to keep up.
Yeah. Okay.
And of course, once you try to get there, you just have to see that Frank isn't actually breathing
None
Like-
of-
at all.
Oh, you've
Yeah.
given up on pretending to breathe, even, huh?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Brum, Everfire, Tommy, what do you guys say to Frank and Bandit when they return?
What the hell happened there? And let's move away from. I guess we would have moved away
Yeah.
quite a far away from the holds. We would
Yeah.
be moved towards them, sort of meet them somewhere in the middle, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell happened there?
Apparently, when we die, we go back to one of those purple flames.
Don't think that's what she was talking about. I think she was Do like look? I'm assuming that was targeted at Bandit. Like, what the fuck were you doing, sort of thing, right?
Oh.
Also, yeah, like what the hell? Like, how did you get out of the hole as well? And
Yeah.
the whole thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened down there. All I know is that I felt this urge to kill, and I gave in. I couldn't hold it back, and
Hi, Raven.
it felt so good. But I don't know. And then I just woke up at the campfire.
This is just getting more and more worrying. Heather thinks. She's like, okay, we need answers. And she's gonna think like, we need to make this cart, and we need to go and find someone who can give us some answers.
Take it, Raven.
It's just freaking her out. This whole thing.
It seems like out of anything we have. It seems like our bodies almost crave, like whatever is connected with life.
It's exhilarating. It just, your mind races at a mile a minute, and it's just like it's
Almost like
it's almost as if all your thoughts are cancelled out and all you're thinking about is one thing. It's like
Crazed.
feels so good.
like something scratching at the back of your skull.
Doesn't sound like
Yeah.
it would feel good. Unless you
It just
mean that.
scratches that itch that
I
is
don't know if it's nice.
so needed.
I need it.
Okay.
How do you guys feel about this?
We're gonna. Next time we find any kind of survivors, it might be best that we keep our distance.
I agree. We
I
don't
don't
want that
like
kind of thing
that
happening again. Especially if people can't control themselves, and she's going to look at Brom and Bandit.
I take it the old squad leader couldn't keep his marbles together.
Yes, apparently not. But you guys hear screaming from the direction of the frog hole.
Like, oh, god damn it!
You don't go
And
back
I
in there.
re-summon my
Save.
pseudo dragon.
Okay.
What are you talking about? We're all right here.
Yeah, it's not any member of the. Yeah, it's definitely not Tommy, Bandit, Brom, Eva, or Frank.
Then why the hell are we hearing screaming again?
Has anybody seen Silas?
Oh no.
No.
He's down there.
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh yes, him. We should probably stop him.
What the zombie-looking one?
Tommy walks
Tommy
away.
walks away.
I don't know. I don't know. I've always.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that's noticed that he seems to?
He looks very ghoulish. Well,
Yeah, that doesn't look right.
Bandit Frank, we do need to stop him. If that is him.
I say we have to go back.
The screams abruptly stop.
Uh-oh. I don't think you guys should go back there at all, because I think you'll just want to kill them again.
You'll join in the feeding frenzy.
Yeah. Maybe who else ever passed every time? Who else passed every time?
Frank.
Yeah.
Frank. Maybe just me and Frank should go and check. And you
Yeah.
stay well away.
Who has something that can actually get down into the burrow if necessary? You need my
crawl
pseudo
down.
dragon.
I need there was space to crawl.
As you approach it, you see that the spike, that the spikes have gone.
Do we still feel the urge?
No.
At this point, I'm going down.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you down in there.
You find
Down in there.
Silas gnawing on frog's legs.
Oh,
The other grunt.
why did you do that, Silas? We just rescued those people. We tried to.
He doesn't. The look he gives you is not one of recognition.
I'm gonna use Fey presence and try and charm him.
Okay. What does he need? It's a wisdom save, yeah?
Yeah.
Six.
Yeah, no, that fails.
So what do you do?
I tell him to stop and walk away.
He looks at you like a beaten puppy.
Oh.
And he tries to pick up one of the smaller corpses.
No.
Drop it.
If he's gonna act like... Tommy, can you grab him and escort him outside?
Right. I'll try and help.
Yeah, Tommy's already walked away, yeah.
Oh, great. Frank, Bandit.
On it.
And I'm gonna emphasize the do not resist. Just go.
Yeah, he sheepishly allows you to escort him out of the tunnel. Whimpering, again, like a sad puppy, for all the bones that have been left behind.
It's like I know you're goop. I know you're not exactly like other creatures, but if this is gonna work long term, you're gonna need to learn some level of restraint.
His long tongue rolls out of his mouth and reaches towards your face, Frank.
Yeah, Frank is gonna mindlessly, grab it.
You gonna grab the tongue?
And it's like, try that again, and I'm ripping it out.
He just looks sad. You can't respond, you're holding on to his tongue.
I just realized you all have to make saves since you're near him.
Oh yeah, because of the stink.
Aren't we technically undead?
True.
But it doesn't say you guys are unaffected by it. I am, because I can't be poisoned.
Any creature that starts its turn within 5 feet must succeed on a con save.
Oh, that was actually a 0.
Okay.
The -1.
So Bandit is poisoned.
Con save?
Con save.
Yeah, I'm not immune to the poison condition, but does
Ground passes.
this condition require you being able to breathe?
No. Roll con.
Got ya. Okay, my...
The stench is
Did
so
they want to
bad.
poison the plants?
The stench is so bad that if it passively hits your nostrils just from hanging in the air, you would take an involuntary gasp.
Yeah, I imagine it.
Damn. Rom, you got lucky for once.
Am I the only one that saved?
You.
And I'm Frank being like, "Fucking how? I can't even smell. I can't even breathe."
You still took a big lungful of stench when it hit your nose and just went, ah!
I mean, it doesn't specify like a. I assume it's like one of those kind of things that can seep into your body.
Yeah, that too. But like, yeah. Just because you're not breathing doesn't mean that that your sense of smell
poison effects
doesn't work. Yeah, it would still absorb into your soft tissues, and you would still smell it. And I imagine if it is really that bad, like I said,
like with the spores from those veggie mites.
Yeah, detecting the smell would cause you to take an involuntary gasp.
I'm right by assuming it's basically a mixture of what would be basically months-old meat and
Death blood.
Yeah.
It's mostly a carrion smell. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
Smells like it's been for a while.
Anyway. So. Luckily, you don't take any poison damage from it. You just have disadvantage on attack rolls. That won't be a problem, will it?
No. Especially when it kind of makes sense when your eyes are fucking watering from the smell. Especially when your eyes are watering from the smell.
Interesting.
Like, I imagine it's the kind of smell that's so bad you can taste it.
Yes. Yes. Like it says, it permeates all the way through. It's nasty.
Nasty stuff.
Okay. So, now that you've got Silas, you've got a big pile of wood. You've made a couple of discoveries. What do you want to do?
Start making some sort of cart type shelter. It'd be good if we had like a cart that we could also shelter in. So we should make some like designs and try and figure out how we can probably like it is all like devastated earth and stuff around, isn't there? So we probably like scratch in the dirt like how we want to build it so that we know what we're doing.
I presume naturally I'm like, digging into scratching into the ground like. So what? Should we build in a roof like that's able to be replaced? So if it's destroyed by acid again, it can be repaired.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I think anything we put above our heads is going to get, even if the acid goes through it, it's going to give us a little bit of time to find little bit more extra time to find somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then we can repair it. So it's basically like anything that covers us, or even like a extra couple of minutes is going to be beneficial.
Yeah. Though, one crucial question. How are we going to be transporting this thing? I don't think I have the strength.
Oh, you're thinking of making a mobile base?
No, what I mean is like, like Frank's just pointing out, as we're building it, it's like, anyone know where to locate any kind of animals? Be fair, I'm not. My explorer days might be a little rusty.
Funny you should mention animals. because Ever Firemoth, you would be the first to notice some bird-like creatures circling overhead.
I just point up and go, "Hey, look!"
Frank, you would see them next.
What are they? I'm trying
I
to
have a
hear them,
clue.
see what they are.
Suddenly, they both dive towards the frog burrow and begin smashing the entrance wider with their antlers.
Birds with antlers.
Oh yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and hit one with an Eldritch Blast.
All right, hold on. Okay.
It's like, okay, that random magic has really done a number on the area.
Yeah. These things
First
look
I
like they've got
think
yes, like it looks like a deer's head, but it's full of sharp teeth. And it's using the antlers and its claws to try and dig its way further into the burrow. This thing is as big as a man, and there's two of them. And Brom's already decided to loose off an Eldritch Blast at them, so roll initiative and your temporary hit points.
I imagine, while doing that, it's like, damn it! Like, God damn it, Brom!
Ooh, 23 temporary hit points. Cool.
Hey, 19.
Very nice.
And after all, we just escaped death once.
So it's time
How
to
do you
shout, right?
label your rolls?
You type it
Just
afterwards.
You just
So,
type it afterwards. Space
I
type.
will show you. So, D20 plus X. Like that.
Okay.
Oh!
Thank you.
Oh!
That is junky!
That is a nice chunk of temporary HP. Nice.
It is.
Yeah.
Right, Frank to the front.
No kidding!
Okay. Do we have Tommy? Are you staying out of this fight, or are you gonna lend your gears? Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your gears. Yep, I'm not there. Okay. Alright, so he's just walked away from the rest of you. Okay.
PHP! And, because now I've bonded to my longsword, I'm doing a hell of a lot more damage.
You hear the commotion. Okay. But you're not going to involve yourself. You're just going to stand back and watch. Okay. So Ever on 17, Bandit on 15. Brom on 12? Yes. And then the Peritons on 10. And Frank on 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ever Firemoth. You see Brom about to let off his Eldritch Blast, but you get to act first. What do you want to do?
I mean, it'd be cool if we could get one of these things to pull our cart, but the likelihood is remote. And they don't look friendly. So without any kind of ability to tame them, I think we're we're next. So she's
Wait,
going to
what?
cast. What?
He's like, weirdly enough, in my explorer days, I actually did pick up how to train animals.
These don't look like standard animals, though. He's referring to the fact he's got animal handling.
Yeah.
Animal handling. Ah, okay. I'm not sure if they count, really. They're more like beasts, aren't they, or something?
Beasts are animals.
Or something else.
Monstrosities are monsters.
Aberration. Monstrosities. Yeah, they're probably monstrosities. Anyway, she's going to cast
Creatures altered by
Flaming
magic.
Spear. Flaming Sphere.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Flaming sphere. 5-foot diameter sphere of fire appears in an occupied space of your choice. Within range, within 60 feet. Perfect. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet must make a dex save. Okay.
I'm going to basically put it right beside this creature.
Mm-hmm.
Like, preferably hitting it, like...
Yes. So, you're going to put it right next to one of them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Scorch its feathers. Okay. So, on its turn... As a bonus action, you can move the sphere up to 30 feet. If you ram the sphere into a creature, that creature must make the saving throw against the sphere's damage, and the sphere stops moving this turn. So, you can use your bonus action to slam it into the creature if you want to make it make the dex save immediately.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
Sweet.
Slam it with the sphere.
And +1. It's a 2. So you get to do 2d6.
It definitely fails.
Definitely fails. 2d6 fire damage, if you please. Three points of damage. Okay.
The sphere stays there.
The
so
sphere
it can
stays
do it every
there,
time
yes.
on a bonus action.
Yeah, so on its turn, it's going to have to do the save again, and then on your turn, you can slam it into them to make them do the save again. Yep. Bandit.
Hello.
Hello.
Bandit will hide and shoot.
Roll stealth.
Stealth be +8. 20.
10.
Ouch.
Yeah, you're not hidden from them, I'm afraid. Straight roll.
Also +4 to that. Oh no, never mind.
It's still in that one.
That's not damage roll. That's to hit. Yeah.
Oh.
That one.
Yeah, you already did your hit roll, and it was a.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was the stealth. The 10 was the stealth. That's your hit roll. It fails to hit, and you take. Was it your crossbow?
It was crossbow. Yes.
Yeah.
That's D8.
That's D8 +4. As you managed to somehow shoot yourself in the face. Or the foot. At least it was only 5.
I'm happy for the nat one there.
Yes. Brom's turn.
Am I the only one that's wondering, while in this undead state, do we have any sensation of pain?
Yes. Because...
What the fuck?
Because this is miserable. Okay, so your Eldritch Blast backfires. $1d10 +3. Just goes off in your hand.
Yeah, at least it didn't take a hand. At least it didn't take a hand with it.
Oh, it might. It depends on how much damage he does.
You want to know the crazy part?
Go on.
Yeah. Repelling blast was on this.
Yeah, so you... Yeah. So, you take 5 points of damage and fly back 10 feet.
Am I the only one that imagine you just... You get hit, and then you're just ragdolled.
A little bit.
That's kind of...
Shit, that bad. I still have 14 10 hit points.
The
You would
Peritons.
be like, what the hell? I thought you were trying to hit them.
You don't know what happened.
Today is just not our day.
So to do anything with my familiar, it's a bonus action on my turn, right?
Yeah, you have to use your bonus action to command it to do shit.
It's gonna take a swipe at one of the birds.
It's gonna fly over to a Periton and attack.
Yes.
Okay. The one that currently has a flaming orb next to it, or the other one?
The other one.
Okay,
And it's going to sting.
go for it. Roll the hit. Does
No.
not hit.
Oof.
Okay.
This is going amazing. That's my turn.
Okay, so the Periton that is being pestered by the pseudo-dragon is going to bellow something that sounds halfway between the shriek of a buzzard and the honk of a deer. And
But doing that almost like that long-ass noise that's in trouble for miles.
yeah, that one.
Someone told me it's calling in friends.
And it gores the pseudo dragon, and it's gonna. But it
One of those hits.
yes, the nat one obviously doesn't. The nat one's gonna hurt itself. So the pseudo dragon takes 5 points of piercing damage, but the Periton in turn the Peritons take 10.
What?
Nat one, so it hurt itself.
Oh, right.
So, the other Periton, having been burned and then scratched by its friend, is going to fly 60 feet into the air.
It has to make a dex save first.
I thought that was at the end of its turn.
Was it?
Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere. Sorry.
Right. That's okay.
With the shot.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's gonna fly up into the air and tell you what. Let's make this fun. Could you all roll a d4 for me?
Sure. Ah, shit.
One more roll. Oh, yep, it's definitely Frank.
Got the HP to survive.
Indeed.
You know,
North, you're not even in the game. Anyway.
Off being annoying on live.
Yeah, he rolled a d4. So, Frank, does a 21 and a 17 hit?
one, two above, and the other absolutely.
Yeah, so they both hit.
Yep.
So,
And imagine Frank's like, look the face.
3d8 plus 2.
As standing on his ass.
25 points of damage from its dive attack.
Oh.
Too bad I'm not a
And it finishes by flying another 20 feet up using its flyby ability.
Like, okay. Turns out we can feel pain still.
Yeah. Okay, you got a good view of its plumage. It's got some good feathers.
Though, something tells me I want to get that ass.
Wow.
Phrasing.
Phrasing.
I'm
Frank,
just rolling with it.
Frankie Poo, would you like to try and shoot the bastard?
Yeah, I'm shooting him. It's like, what the? It's like, where do you think you're going? Yep, +4. 21. Hits.
That hits.
And I can't apply monk abilities to this because, you know.
Yep. It's fly. Yeah, it's. Yeah, so it's a
That's my
D8.
things require being within range.
It's a D8 plus 2.
Got ya.
Five points of damage.
I imagine shooting up the ass. It's like,
Right in the cloaca.
I'd piss it off.
Yes, it would. Ever fire moth.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
there is still one close
I
to your
am-
flaming sphere that you can slam your sphere into.
I'm going to do that as my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
First, I'm going to aim a scorching ray at the one in the air, or the one that just dive bombed. Wherever it is now, I'm going to shoot it
It's
with a
20
scorching
feet
ray.
up. Can scorching ray hit it? Scorchy,
Yeah,
scorch.
120 feet.
Nice.
120 feet?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It could be way further away, and I could still hit it.
All right. So
With 3 thingies.
yeah, 3 iterations of
Yep.
D20 plus 6. Ooh. So even the 13 hits. Awesome. So that's going to be a grand total of 66 fire damage.
Yo.
27 points
27
of damage.
points of fire damage on that creature.
Mhm.
Damn.
So
Gonna burn.
it screams as it becomes engulfed in flames from 3 separate rays of fire. Like, you can see a panic look on its face as the 3 rays split and then converge on it. Like, it doesn't know where to turn, but it all happens so fast it can't do anything about it. comes engulfed in flames, screams, plummets to the ground. You hear a sickening crunch as its corpse continues to burn.
Hey. Okay, and then I'm gonna pummel the other one with my sphere.
Okay.
It's only hitting the first thing, right?
Yeah, that was hitting the bird in the air. It's nowhere near your pseudo dragon. The flaming sphere is also just pummeling the periton and not touching the pseudo dragon.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm ramming it.
It failed, so
So
go
it
ahead.
gets 2d6, right?
Yes.
Of fire damage. 7 damage on that one.
Yep. Groovy. Well done. Bandit. There's only
Hello.
one. Nice quote.
I repeat my action. Hide and shoot.
Alright.
Actually, I'll just steady aim.
Yep.
It's
more reliable.
Yeah.
Not 20!
Hell yeah.
Nice.
2d8.
Oh, you get a sneak attack on that as well?
Yes, and that would be doubled to 2.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 2d8
D6.
plus 4d6.
Yeah.
Plus 4.
That's it, yeah. Alright. 2d8 plus 4d6.
$28.
Nice.
Very nice. Yeah. Is it? And it's down.
Ooh. Yay.
Well done.
Problem solved.
Okay, so you got
We
one.
see a problem, we fix it.
At least one of the peritons still has its feathers.
Yeah, and of course my ass is going over there and quickly extinguishing it.
No,
Extinguishing that one. Alright, fair enough. Alright, sorry.
you can put out the fire if you want. But the one that's still next to the frog burrow didn't get burnt. Well, only a little bit from the flaming sphere. So
Fair enough.
that one's probably the
Okay, I'm
best one for salvaging feathers.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Is the flaming sphere concentration, or is it just a
Yes.
summon?
Yeah.
It is,
So you
okay.
can-
I drop concentration on it then.
Good.
Yeah, Frank almost seems dashing over there, almost like just going 9.
And of course, there are once again you see energy pass from these peritons into yourself. It's not the ghost light energy that you saw from the other undead creatures, though. This is different. This is living energy. And yeah, it feels different.
Like, more potent, or...
No, this is just a different flavor. Where the deadlight energy is depressing whenever you absorb it. Like, you know you need it, but it makes you feel bad. This stuff makes you feel good.
Yes.
That tickles the brain.
Tickles the brain. Alright. What's our running total?
Can we use the feathers to like make some kind of canopy
You could.
for our
Bit of a
cart
wax.
thing?
Bivouac style, maybe.
What do I need to roll to see how many feathers I manage to get out of this?
Given enough time, and you could pluck them all off. Would Tommy be coming back now that the fight is over? He's a pheasant plucker, yeah.
Okay, grown.
Yes, pheasant plucker. Say it 3 times.
Alright.
Say it 3 times fast.
No thanks.
Alternatively, switch around the f sound and the p sound and see what you get. Nope, he heard the commotion but still went about his business. What is Tommy's business, and why has he decided not to have anything to do with the party anymore? It would be very helpful for them to have an artificer, but if you've decided you're done, then nothing I can do about that. He went to go check the lava flow like his original plan was. Okay. You can find... yeah, make a perception check. Okay. So you find a place where the lava rock's still glowing. You get the impression that it wouldn't take much to to break through to the still flowing lava beneath. Breaking up the rocks that have cooled, however, would be somewhat harder. Especially without a pickaxe or something.
Alright, let's see if it'll work now. You hear me?
Yay!
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I'm about to start using my phone again because the audio from my laptop is so junky.
I'm sorry?
But, I said the audio on my laptop's still junky. It keeps disconnecting the microphone. I don't know why. I'm troubleshooting.
Oh dear.
I need to keep troubleshooting. But, yeah, he's going to take it like an hour to create some mason's tools and attempt to start chiseling pieces of rock out.
Okay. So, since that's going to take some time, what do the rest of you want to do now that you've defeated the Peritons? I know that Frank is pulling feathers out of the Periton. Yeah, if everyone
Eva would help with that.
Okay. If you want to take a short rest, you can roll hit die to regain hit points, but only back up to your base HP, of course. Your temper tree would have disappeared again after the battle.
It's weird, isn't it? Why do we feel better when we're fighting?
I don't know. It's just
No clue.
just a quirk of the, I guess, this stage of life, I guess.
It is said there is some people sometimes feel more alive in battle than they are in life at times. But that tends to be more in a warrior-like lifestyle.
that's a good point. There was actually 2 of them.
Oh yes. Would a dagger be helpful for feathering the bird?
A dagger certainly would be helpful.
He says that to Frank.
So, yes, it would. So, thank you.
Sure. And he'd hand over. Then you might want this. Then he'd hand over one of his daggers.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain we can get off some of this hide, and we could deplete some of this material and be able to make you some clothing.
So you want to try and cut the skin away with the feathers still on it instead of.
No, like after depulking.
Oh, you pluck it and then skin it. Okay.
Yeah. Because So, do you not feel exposed?
This
being
is natural. What do you
without
mean?
fur?
It feels a bit chilly, so some clothes would be
Yeah.
liked.
I'm plucking off some feathers as well.
Judging by the fact that even being next to those purple flames didn't seem to warm you, you probably aren't going to feel any warmer from clothing either. You get the impression that your chill is not something that you can make go away.
Well,
I don't know, this might be like a psychological benefit though. Like you're not actually cold, but you'd feel better if you. Plus, like there's all the rain,
True.
SIBO
acidic
effect.
rain.
This is true.
What, like technically helps reduce the feeling of feeling like a walking corpse?
Yep.
The other Periton's getting pretty well cooked, right? But though the smell of cooking meat doesn't really doesn't stimulate your taste buds like it used to.
Do you guys want to try eat that? See if it at least makes us feel better.
The idea seems revolting.
No.
But Ever Firemoth is going to have a piece anyway.
She's gonna try it because she feels like she should be eating something,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe it'll help, even though she doesn't think it's gonna be. She's not like doesn't think it's like particularly appetizing idea, but she wants to try just because it's just a normal thing to do, and everything's so weird.
Right, like basically seeking out any kind of level of normality.
Silas is already eating through the raw bits.
Ah. See, Silas can eat it just fine. So we should, as he chokes back his
Gorge.
the
gag reflex.
Gag reflex.
Yeah.
Just to try.
Yeah. The meat, as you put it in your mouth, the cooked meat at least. It's you expect it to be a white meat, but it's dark and it tastes a little gamey, like venison. Or if venison was somehow, you're not quite sure if the gaminess is venison-like or duck-like, but it's got that kind of quality to it. And as well, you can appreciate that might have been a flavor that you appreciated in life. Right now, you can't help but the texture just seems wrong. It's you're
So is it like basically chewing shoe leather?
a little. I mean, you, like I said, it still tastes like the taste is still interesting to you, but it doesn't make you want to swallow it. Have any of you guys like been eating when you're already full and you just cannot make yourself swallow the food that's in your mouth, and you just you should swallow it because it would seem ungrateful if you didn't, but you want nothing more than to spit it out.
Basically, that kind of full feeling bordering on nausea.
Yeah, exactly. Brum,
Yeah, we'll probably try. And does it actually satisfy the the normal Dampier craving, or does it just, or do I find it's not? I don't really have the craving.
Well, your blood craving has sort of given way to this need to absorb life, but anyway, Brum, you'll find that your rations also don't satisfy you the way that they used to when you were alive.
Is it just me, or does it seem like a sense of taste is shot?
I don't know if it's so much our sense of taste as it is our appetite.
There we go.
Well, on the bright side, it doesn't mean that we don't have to worry about starvation.
For now.
Yeah, for now. Alright.
Hey, I'm just trying to find a silver lining here.
Yep, always look on the bright side, that's right. Okay. So yeah, you take your rest. After about an hour into the rest, you can hear some distant hammering of metal against stone. Tink, tink, tink. Makes it a little difficult to relax,
Wait, that's more civilization.
That's probably Tommy, guys. We don't know where he is or what he's doing, but I'm going to take a guess and say that's Tommy.
Either way, I'm going to check.
You going to go check?
Anyone else want to come?
Ooh.
I'll go.
I'm gonna see if I can't, I don't know, calm my mind or something. Let's know.
Oh God, here this goes again.
Here, what goes again?
Sorry, I'm out of character right now thinking about the last time he tried to clear his mind. It didn't go so well.
Oh, really? How did that go?
Interacting with flame helped give me some sort of direction.
Interacting with the flame?
Effectively, if connecting with the flame effectively might give them some sort of guide or hint or any kind of information to go with.
Okay, what do you mean by connecting with the flame? Talk me through it.
Like the whole thing where we basically empowered ourselves with a dead light.
Oh, okay. You try to consciously and deliberately produce that same feeling that you had
yesterday and today. So
when you were
yeah.
when you empowered yourself before, but it doesn't happen.
So it's unique to the flame itself.
Or you need to have all of those, or you need to have absorbed enough souls to trigger another level up. You can't just level up at will, I'm afraid.
No, you know what I mean. Like Frank's not trying to, I'm not trying to forcibly level up. But yeah, you get what I mean. See if there's any kind of guide. There's, no civilization to build off of. No, for him to probably focus his meditation.
Okay. So, you want to begin basically worshipping the flame itself.
Well, it would make a lot of sense, because it seems to be the one thing that seems to be revitalizing them.
Yeah. Brings you back to life. Empowers you. Yeah. I can see why you would think that flame was divine. Makes sense.
It's like this how religion starts. One kind of a sign of basically good fortune.
Are you going to give it an offering, or perhaps some of the periton meat? Toss it into the flame?
Not sure. As Frank kind of does it on a hunch. See if there's any kind of connection with this whole religious stuff.
As you toss the meat into the flame, the flame catches, the meat burns red in contrast with the purple of the majority of the flames, and as it burns it gives off smoke which rises up into the sky to merge with the smog clouds that are still hanging overhead up there.
No wonder. So no wonder it never really connected well with religion. Seems a little confusing to me.
Okay, so while Frank is actually, this might be of interest to Evermoth. If you were at all aware of what Frank is doing. Because it seems like.
Well, if I saw him put the meat in, am I near him? Am I near this place as well? Are we all?
Well,
has he moved away to do this?
He has moved away from the group in order to go kneel by the flame and try to commune with it, try and learn something from it, and he's taken an offering of flesh.
I was just trying to figure out how far away it was from us.
Well, I imagine that while contemplating the flame,
is it within sight?
It will be if you follow him after seeing him come back from the flame to take some flesh and go back to it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd probably be intrigued. I'm wondering what he's up to, taking a burnt offering, basically. To my religious.
Exactly. So
senses pinged.
Exactly. To you,
Pinged.
it looks like he's worshipping the light.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you be able to?
Can I do a religion check?
Yeah, go for it. 11. Yeah,
Didn't get very far.
yeah, but it's enough. You definitely think he has the potential to become a follower of the light.
Like, perhaps he
The
can be
Lord of
brought
Light.
into the fold of the moths.
Yes, perhaps he can become a moth.
Yeah.
I mean, he did seem drawn to the flame, like any good moth would.
Good. Mhm.
Just hope he doesn't get burned.
Yeah. So I presume we kind of see him like drop the meat into the flame, and not much happening. It's like kind of mumbling to himself.
Well, you think it's not much happening. Whatever sees is you performing a ritual sacrifice, which and the smoke rising from it to the heavens, to her, is a sign that the god has accepted the sacrifice.
I presume I noticed her due to my high past perception.
Yeah, you probably get the feeling that you were being watched and look around and see her. Yeah.
It's like, oh, Heather. Hey.
Hey. That looked like a fun. Have you ever prayed to the Lord of Light before?
Never was
Really
strong.
fun.
Never was strongly religious. But
That doesn't matter. The Lord of Light doesn't mind. He's a very forgiving God.
yeah. But
As long as you like the light.
Yeah. Of all that's happened right now, it seems like the fire seems to be the only thing that seems to be providing any level of hope.
That sounds like a worshipper of light to you.
Yep.
I thought I'd try out.
Like, oh wow, it's
something, but to me it just looks like it just burned meat and just sent some smoke up.
Go on, Eva.
Well, that's a sign that the Lightbringer has accepted your sacrifice. So that's really good because you now have the favor of the gods.
Is that how religion works?
Frank, you do actually have enough wisdom to multi-class into cleric if you wanted to.
Of course, I don't think I would, but Frank would be, at least be able to somewhat understand.
Yeah.
May have not studied.
You've seen how my light spells have been really effective against the creatures that we're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord of Light empowers me to spread light in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You've been able to contact this Lord of Light.
It looks
after
like
all of this.
It looks like Frank just managed to make contact.
Nope.
What do you say, Eva?
I think at this point Eva would start to pray. She'd kneel down by the fire and she would start to pray. Oh Lord of Light, give us a sign. Are we on the right path to bring back your light into the world? How can we fight the Lady of Shadows and this dreadful situation that we're in? Please guide us.
Frank would follow the similar body language. Not really sure what the hell.
Joining in on the
just
prayer.
join with it.
Yeah. Okay. Eva? Make a religion check with advantage.
After all, we're left with nothing to do with the first answer.
You don't notice any signs.
Maybe Frank better make a religion check.
Sure.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
+0 to all of it.
I know it's kind of crazy, isn't it?
But again, Ebba's right there helping you.
I've only
so
got a
advantage.
+1.
19! Okay. Okay.
Nice.
So, there is a surge of light from the purple flame in response to Ebba. You see that same surge, but it just seems like a flicker in the flame itself. It's just the flame doing flame things.
Mm-hmm.
But to Frank, this is a sure sign that the Lord of Light is listening.
Yeah, Frank like looks like, well, I'll be damned.
Poor choice of
Lord
words.
of Light is
No, like
I know.
definitely favouring you, Frank. You have won the Lord of Light's favour. You're blessed.
Question, Ever Moth. Are you a little jealous of Frank right now?
What? She's maybe tiny bit, but she's trying to hide it because you shouldn't be jealous of someone for communing with the god. It's not a good thing to be jealous.
Indeed. Anyway, so while the two of you are having your religious moment, what is Brom up to?
He's trying to figure out a way to fulfill his patron's request.
He's trying to figure out a way to what?
Fulfill his patron's request, open the door.
And what sort of ideas are running through your head at the moment? I mean, do you want to make an insight check?
Yes. Oh, this will be fun. Yeah, no.
Let's do history. See if you remember what you were told. There we go. Okay. So she needs shadow. She needs absolute darkness. The light must be eliminated. The followers of light must be eliminated. Thank you. These purple flames need to be extinguished. You catch that, bro?
Yeah, I did.
So what do you do?
At this point, I'm going to try and figure out as much about this flame as I can.
Okay. Are you going to go and try and study the flame then?
Yes.
Are you going to, when you realize that Ever Firemoth and Frank are kneeling next to the flame and praying to it, are you going to try and be a bit sneaky about your observations?
Yes.
Cool, roll stealth, please. Nat 20! The The Queen of Air and Darkness lends you her strength, and you blend into the shadows perfectly, invisible to all who would look in your direction.
I'm actually
Nice.
fighting something, but looking around a moment, it's like, guess I'm just a little paranoid.
Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind.
Beat me to it.
Yeah.
It must have been the wind.
Oh, you heard that song? It's fucking good.
There's a song by Skyrim Bandits.
No, like, they actually made a song based on that premise.
It's the Skyrim guard singing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
funny.
And it's surprisingly fucking good.
Is it as earwormy as the Azura Star song sung by the Adoring Fan?
More like a rock thing.
Okay. Anyway,
Anyway.
so yes.
Now, based on my experiences with the flame, I would associate it with magic. Could I roll Arcana?
Yeah, I was about to suggest you make an Arcana check. Yeah.
I wouldn't wind up with someone that doesn't have a strong connection to magic.
I'm sorry, Frank. What?
That wouldn't make sense for someone that doesn't have a strong connection of magic to not be able to figure that part out.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with you, Frank. This is Brom.
I know.
Okay. So Brom, with your 7, you don't recognize the kind of magic that these flames are made of. In fact, it's probably the purple color is probably just a strange effect of everything else. In fact, the fact that you can't really see color since after the cataclysm makes it all more likely that even the purple color might have more to do with your eyes than the flame. But it's just fire, so the way that you would snuff out any fire should work on this. That's what you get with a 7. What do you do with that information, Frank? With Brom?
Yeah. I think. I wait and I think.
Okay. What is Bandit up to?
He would have gone to check out the noise
The noise.
that we. That
Oh yeah,
Fizzle-
yeah.
yeah.
So you end up sneaking up on Tommy, who is hammering away at some stones around a glowing spot of stone, using a hammer and chisel that he has summoned into existence. He's getting some flakes up, making some progress.
Do you want any assistance with this? I'm not sure how much I could help, but I could.
No, you're fine. I'd advise you to go help the others. They seem to really need it. He doesn't look up at you, by the way. He's just focused on what he's doing.
Okay. Tommy, can I have you make an insight check?
14.
Once again, it occurs to you that this, it might be easier, rather than slowly chipping away at the rock to try and break it up like this, it might be easier just to use fabricate.
He's well aware of that.
Fair enough. Okay then. So
That was literally the whole point of the first thing. Like he knows he can use magic to do a lot of what he does. He prefers to use his hands.
this is also true. Yeah, this is true. He does like to use his hands.
Honestly, because I'll probably be doing a lot of different things as well.
All right then. So yeah, it's gonna take hours
Yeah, more
to
stuff
chisel
going.
up this rock. But anyway, so Bandit, you go back to the others,
I feel like he'd stay there for a little bit. He's like,
just watching him chisel.
yeah. Everyone else is just. The two of those guys are praying to God. Who
To the
who
Lord of
knows
Light,
Whoa.
to the
Who
flame,
knows what?
to the fire.
To the-
They're just kneeling in front
to
of the fire and praying. Yeah,
Weird flame thing.
you have no idea where Brom is, because
I was just disappeared. I'm just coming from a automaton's viewpoint. Can you figure out what's happening to us?
oh,
I mean, I thought of a number of things that could be happening right now. The most obvious thing is, well, you, and I guess technically me, are dead. That much is obvious, though.
Because I died.
Does
I
he?
know I died. And I did. I definitely remember dying at least. But I woke up back at that fire thing.
I assume that happened because we actually reached the fire. I get the feeling if you didn't reach it before you died, that, well, you would have ended up like your, yeah, you know.
Maybe.
or maybe you'd gone back to the fire that the other fire, the first one that you spawned next to, the one by the graveyard.
Oh yeah. Kind of makes you wonder if there's any consequences to death now.
Well, obviously there must be, seeing as those hollows are dead, and they didn't come back. So I assume there must be a way to be perma-dead. You were just lucky enough not to stumble across it.
Maybe. Anyway, I'll shut up now. I'll leave you be.
Okay. Yeah. So Bandit and Toby, you probably both go away wondering from that conversation, wondering if Everfire, Moth, and Frank may be onto something by, well, not worshipping the flame, but they might the fact that they are treating it as something powerful enough to be revered might be they may have a point. The flame clearly empowered you and brought you back to life in the case of Bandit. So yeah, this thing is significant. But yeah. Silas, by the way, is laying exhausted next to the remains of the Peritons. His belly bloated and distended beyond beyond logic. It's just he is mostly belly right now.
Oh God.
We're having the mother of all stomach
Lion.
aches.
He seems quite content. But okay. After your prayer session, what do Eva and Frank do?
Eva's going to try and figure out, and she's going to want to. She's feeling a little bit jealous, but she's going to want to start composing a new hymn of praise to please the Lord of Light.
Try and regain his favor.
She's a little bit jealous.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
What does Frank do?
You song.
See if basically mirroring her actions might have given some hint on what kind of way to follow. Because I think that he was probably getting some sort of monastery training, but now with everything kind of went to hell, who's to teach?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're going to...
Lost.
Sorry?
So right now he's kind of lost.
Okay.
So, you know,
I imagine
into...
that as you are trying to find direction and guidance, you are going through your stances and moves, right?
Yeah.
You're basically Tai Chiing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Silas, now that Everfymoth... Sorry, not Silas. Brom, now that Everfymoth and Frank have moved away from the fire, what do you do? What do you attempt to do?
Before anything, I'm going to try and verify my earlier observations.
Alright, you want to make another Arcana check?
Yes.
Go on then. Cheaty. Alright, this time, you can't help but notice that this flame is a similar shade of purple to the Lycosite. What you think you have here is a burning shard of Lycosite that somehow, rather than exploding, managed to use the flame, use the heat of the lava to create a self-sustaining source of energy, venting the heat at the same time that it absorbs the heat to keep itself burning. And it's this shard of Lycosite that is connected to each of you and somehow keeping you all alive, trapped in this perpetual loop of eternal death. Not that you... And as a consequence, preventing your soul to going to the Raven Queen like it should. What'd you do, bro? Brum?
I'm thinking. Sorry.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure you'd heard me. Don't
I
feel-
heard you.
Okay. Because I can repeat all that, but it probably wouldn't sound all as cool if I have to say it all again.
It's a burning lycosite shard.
It's a burning lycosite shard, a self-sustaining, perpetual flame. And it's this perpetual flame that's also keeping you perpetual. So maybe if you can find a way to stop it burning, not only would you snuff out the light, but you would free yourself from this perpetual loop that you and the rest of the party are trapped in.
The question is, can I get to the actual shard itself?
And it's burning, so
May not be able to feel the heat, but you can certainly still feel the pain of being burned.
and it'll still damage you. But yeah.
Can I fire an Eldritch Blast at the ground under the fire?
Yeah, sure, you can give it a try. Okay. Direct hit, but the blast is absorbed by the life glass. By the lycosite.
Can I roll a history check?
Mm-hmm.
How might be mean?
What are you hoping to gain from the history check? What are you trying to remember?
What caused the lycosite to shatter?
Well,
Or if there was anything specific.
Well, from what you guys have previously, I'll let you roll it and then see if you remember what they said. Well, you guys have figured out as a group already. Nope, you don't. You have
Dang
no
it.
idea.
Wouldn't he easily be able to remember the whole, lava and then seeing things go boom?
Except for whatever reason, he doesn't.
Fair enough.
Not at the moment. So yeah, I mean, perhaps quenching the flame would break the perpetual loop. Perhaps overloading it would shatter the
Well,
spell. Sorry?
that's essentially what I was thinking. I do remember something causing it to shatter. I just don't remember what.
Out of character. It was because each of the comparatively small leukocyte stones that were being carried by the citizens were faced with a wall of lava that was more energy, more natural power than they could handle, and they overcharged and exploded.
Basically, they overcharged and went critical.
The nuclear option.
So,
But my character is essentially trying to recreate the circumstances that caused the overcharge. He just can't remember what they were.
Okay. I don't think you'd be able to generate that much energy, to be honest.
I don't doubt that, but it was worth a shot.
Indeed.
My character will come back to this and think on it.
Okay. So where are you going where are you going to think? Or are you just going to sit next to the flame contemplating its nature?
No. I'm gonna find a nice dark spot to think.
Gonna find a shadow.
Yes.
To brood in.
He really has got you in her pocket.
Okay. So much time has passed with Tommy still chipping away that the rest of the party is beginning to get restless.
Yeah.
What do you all want to do?
Will that be?
I think, like, we've got these feathers, haven't we? Maybe we can, like, get some of the bits of words and try and, like, make a kind of frame to try and start sticking feathers to it.
What are you going to stick?
What about Frank?
What about what?
Frank, our naked bird friend, for lack of a better explanation.
Are you suggesting sticking the feathers directly to Frank?
I'm suggesting we save them till we can figure out a way to use them for Frank.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, because... And if anything, if I'm able to fly again, I'll be able to operate like eyes in the sky.
Yeah.
And if anything, it would help us avoid the big threats.
Mm-hmm.
Something that we would be beyond being able to solve.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Now,
Okay, well, everyone will start thinking
not
about how
everyone's
to do
side.
that in that case. I mean, it's possible we could kind of, because they've got, it's possible you could kind of weave them into a sort of coat, isn't it?
yep, or perhaps even graft them directly into
style.
his skin.
Mm.
But yeah, if you can find some fabric that hasn't got burnt away to ash, then you could stitch them onto a piece of fabric.
We could fabricate the fabric.
You can fabricate the fabric if you can find flax or wool or something else that you would make fabric from.
What?
Didn't we see some material in
Watching a stream.
the tree pea?
Was there some material in the tree pea?
What about,
Go on.
were the pygmy plant people wearing anything? Were they even wearing like a bandana or
They
something?
were wearing
or
they
like
mostly
a
were
fabric?
mostly they were wearing vines and leaves.
I was more thinking after we, when we got attacked by the mimic.
You wanted to know if there's any fabric in the piles of stuff that the veggie pygmies
Yeah, the mimic was found near.
You could try.
I'll investigate it.
All right.
Yeah.
Go back, look back through the piles of treasure, and see if you can find fabric.
And even if we can't, even if there's not enough, that would still.
Oh wow!
Would still at least provide some way to. God damn.
From
I'm good at finding things, at least.
in the deepest,
I
darkest
know, but
shadow
that.
of the tree pea, you do find a bolt of cloth, black as midnight,
how much is there?
It's on a roll. It's a bolt of cloth. It's a... Yeah.
Will this work? As he shows the fire.
As you what?
As I show it to the others, do we think this will work?
He shows you a bolt of black...
Frank, you think it'll work?
It's a bolt of black silk.
What we need now is just something to attach it to so I can...
So you need to make a wooden frame? Is that what you're saying?
Either that or,
Or staple it to
or
your
a good
feathers?
bracket thing so you can attach... So it can be partially attached to the wings. Belts and all that. Rope. Things to hold it onto the frame. Onto the original...
Onto your
the
wings.
onto the original wings.
Okay. So, how are you going to get... how are you going to attach the fabric to Frank? Does anybody want to make... Yeah, do it. Let's do Arcana.
Yay.
Well,
And
Yeah, that's not great. Yeah,
8.
you can't think of any magical way of fusing the fabric to him. Perhaps there's a medicinal way you could do it.
I'm not rolling this one.
medicinal?
I've got a good medicine. Try it. Medicine check.
Nope.
Oh shit. Luck is not with me today.
Frank, do you want to try yours? D20 plus 3? Yeah, alright. It's not ideal, but it occurs to you that you could stitch the fabric directly to your undead flesh.
Yeah, Frank thinks that for a moment and shudders. Like, ugh. Don't like that thought.
Okay.
God, that sounds like. God, that seems like it would be
Would he
extremely.
have? I mean, like, would he have of the places where the feathers were previously?
Yeah.
On him.
He's got a pair
He'd be able
of...
to see, so he'd be able to
On his back,
poke them in.
it looks like he's got a pair of uncooked chicken wings on his back.
We could see where his feathers used to be, and using the previous holes as guidance, poke these feathers into the holes, hope that they kind of grow there, you do with tree cuttings.
Yep, you could try that. Yes.
I would ask Frank, how would you feel if we tried that? Would you want to try it? It might hurt.
If I'm not developing pin feathers, then I don't think that will work either.
In that
are you
case, I'm
familiar?
out of ideas for now.
Alright.
Yeah, exactly. Out of anything, do you understand what I mean by pin feathers?
I know what
No,
feathers are. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like where the feathers are growing out and they look like pins, and then they kind of got this kind of chalky stuff around them, and the birds preen them off, and then the feathers kind of unfurl.
Yeah. Normally, imagine even if we stick in if we even attempt to stick in the feathers, it would still take a long time.
There's a risk of them falling off unless you can find a way to secure them.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but the idea of pitting the things into my flesh sounds about as pleasant as at the time I got a rather serious splinter before one of my matches.
Okay, so he's...
I guess if we did it though, it might encourage your body to start producing them again, because it would it'd be new feathers, you know.
Real insight to see if that would that even work?
I doubt it. You'd have to do something magical to encourage your dead flesh and these feathers to grow again. And that kind of power, you'd need leukocyte, and all the leukocyte's gone as far as you know.
Like, fairly certain something like that is beyond what we can get our hands on at the moment.
Can I cast guidance on him to help him sort of try and figure it out?
Sure.
If
Frank,
it's kind of like inspiration.
Yeah, Frank, make an Arcana check and add a D4.
Okay.
During all of this, Tommy, you'd have an arm full of igneous rock that you were carrying back to the party.
God!
Yep, no, you don't, yeah.
Yeah, imagine Frank's like, I knew I should have paid attention in school.
Didn't need to, because the leukocyte did everything. Why would you need to actually know how magic works? Do you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, why learn math when you have a calculator, you know?
But other things, like, no wonder I never really fully relied on magic.
Indeed.
I don't understand the stuff.
Tell me, Bandit offers to carry some of the igneous rock back to the party for you. Tommy says sure.
Bandit would do so.
Does Bandit resist the urge to steal any of it?
Does some look shiny?
Some of it is kind of shiny in a, black, glassy way.
And also sharp.
It can be, yeah.
Tommy doesn't have to worry about being cut to ribbons. Bandit does.
Okay, even you're referring to volcanic glass, right? Obsidian.
Yeah, like
that has to
like
be,
when that stuff breaks.
Yeah, but you have to have a. If it's in a block, I mean, yeah, the right angle corners might be a little bit sharp, but they're not going to actually cut you too much unless it's like a knife edge, you know.
Terrible. Sorry. Kind of shows what I know.
That's okay. At least that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it would, but still.
Yeah.
The most annoying things would be the points.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Anyway.
So yes.
I got yeah.
So you got a pile of rocks, a pile of feathers, and a very bloated ghoul friend.
Anyone wondering why little ghoul seems to still have its appetite?
Its appetite is dead flesh. It kind of goes hand in hand with being a ghoul, but
I'm sure it's nothing.
I'm sure it's nothing.
Tommy, what's with the rocks? Is it like for the cart?
Tommy says yes, it's for the cart.
What are you thinking? Like some sort of like roof or something?
Lost. Yup, he says. Lost. Lost.
Anyone else hearing that?
This odd blade-limbed creature comes stumbling out of the shadows. Lost, it says.
Yeah, Frank is pulling out the longsword. Like, what the hell is that thing?
And we're going to put a pin in it there.
Oh!
Oh dear God.
Yeah, that doesn't look very like it's going to be particularly friendly.
Yeah.
And we're gonna, yeah. So I hope you guys listening have enjoyed this as much as we've enjoyed playing.
It was fun.
And I hope you join our community. There is a link in the description below. And that you like and subscribe this video to make sure it gets more eyeballs. And yeah, if you really love us, please become a emotional support goblin for us so we can keep making more content. In the meantime, no matter what role you play,